Just realized the last day of 2023 will be 123123. Today I'm going to recap a 2023 action thriller film called Kill Bok-soon. On a barricaded street, a yakuza named Oda comes to consciousness, scantily clad and confronted by the renowned killer, Bok-soon. Instead of an immediate execution, Bok-soon reveals that her daughter, Jeon, taught her the value of fairness. This principle was illustrated when they listened to a senator deny allegations of his son's deceitful college admission. With fairness in mind, Bok-soon offers Oda a blade for defense, choosing a hatchet for herself. A fierce duel ensues between these adept fighters, ending with Oda defeating Bok-soon. However, Bok-soon reappears unharmed, revealing the combat was a mere situational analysis. Realizing her chances in close combat are slim, she opts to shoot Oda. Back home, Bok-soon stumbles upon her daughter's hidden cigarettes, a grim reminder of her past when her tyrannical father forced her to consume a cigarette for smoking. Anticipating confrontations in her thoughts with Jeon, she refrains from reprimanding her, considering their strained bond. Jeon resents her mother's mysterious and often absent demeanor, unaware of her deadly profession. The subsequent day, news of Oda's demise reaches the media. The CEO of MK Enterprise, the agency Bok-soon is employed with, Min-kyu, is pleased with her efficiency. Yet his sibling, Min-hee, envies Bok-soon, sensing Min-kyu's preferential treatment towards her. Later, Bok-soon meets her assassin peers over drinks, receiving accolades for her expertise and substantial pay due to her top-tier status. The group deliberates on Min-kyu's non-negotiable tenets for assassins: the prohibition of killing minors, executing company-approved assignments only, and always striving to fulfill missions. Breaching these mandates results in execution. Post-gathering, Bok-soon confronts some goons mocking her and her vehicle. She retorts sharply, but before tensions escalate, fellow assassin Esom intervenes, vanquishing them. Despite possessing skills on par with Bok-soon, Esom's strained relationship with the CEO prevents his promotion. Their evening concludes with a more intimate connection, during which Bok-soon altruistically offers funds for Esom's ailing father, inadvertently denting his ego. Simultaneously, Jeon is in a clandestine rendezvous with her girlfriend, So-ra. Aware of their mother's disapproval, they kept their relationship concealed. Their intimate moment is disrupted when peers nearly discover them, compelling Jeon to decline an outing invite from Kyo-hwan, upsetting him in the process. Later, Bok-soon visits the MK headquarters aiming to confer with Min-kyu. However, she's intercepted by Min-hee and diverted to a peculiar activity. Inside a dimly lit restroom, an altercation ensues between Yeong-ji and a man. The intensity of the scuffle unveils a concealed context. It's a drill at the assassin training facility. With Min-hee supervising, she thrusts Bok-soon into a sparring match with Yeong-ji, an ardent admirer of Bok-soon. Equipped with a wooden blade, Yeong-ji faces Bok-soon, who wields a mere marker. As they engage, Bok-soon's proficiency is evident. Yeong-ji impressively transfers his weapon between hands, posing a would-be threat if the knife was authentic. Nevertheless, Bok-soon swiftly responds, marking Yeong-ji's throat, symbolizing a lethal move. Post-training, Bok-soon meets Min-kyu, who presents a choice of two mission briefings. Examining her selection, Bok-soon discerns her target is a young male. Min-kyu swiftly clarifies his legal age. Bok-soon seizes the opportunity to notify Min-kyu of her impending retirement, with her contract nearing conclusion. Their dialogue is punctuated by an urgent school call, informing Bok-soon of Jeon's assault on Kyo-hwan. On arrival, she learns of Jeon's potential expulsion due to the unexplained attack. The interim verdict is a week-long suspension, with a conclusive decision pending. Bok-soon confronts Jeon for insights, only to hear a chilling desire to slay Kyo-hwan. Elsewhere, during Esom's cleanup of his recent kills, he's accompanied by Bok-soon, who shares her maternal concerns about Jeon's behavioral parallels to her own past. Concurrently, heads of the assassin divisions under MK convene. A mysterious killing, unsanctioned by the organization, has them rattled. Min-kyu avows that any rule-breaking assassin will face fatal consequences. Unbeknownst to all, this is Min-hee's stratagem to sideline Bok-soon and monopolize Min-kyu's affections. As time progresses, Bok-soon's attempts at communication with Jeon are repeatedly rebuffed. Amidst this, she receives a call from Min-kyu, prepping for a journey, who apprises her that her next mission will be jointly executed with Yeong-ji. That evening, Bok-soon and Yeong-ji infiltrate their target's apartment. After incapacitating him, they set the scene to appear self-inflicted. On the brink of executing him, Bok-soon recognizes him. It's the senator's son, intended to be sacrificed to bury a scandal. Her reflection is disrupted by a call that diverts to her voicemail, an apology from Jeon. Motivated by the remorse in her daughter's voice, Bok-soon defies the assignment, deciding not to murder a young man merely to shield his father's indiscretions. She dials Min-kyu, admitting her mission failure. Already at a Russian bar, Min-kyu engages his earpiece to converse with Bok-soon while simultaneously navigating a brawl. Min-kyu effortlessly dispatches every assailant, either through precise gunplay or melee skills. Concurrently, he presses Bok-soon for an explanation. She remains resolute in her version, with Yeong-ji even chipping in to vouch for the error. To placate Min-kyu, Bok-soon proposes an extension to her MK contract, with the stipulation that her botched mission remains uncompleted. Min-kyu concedes. Upon returning home, Bok-soon finds Jeon seemingly asleep. Yet, once Bok-soon exits, it's unveiled that Jeon was feigning slumber, tormented over So-ra's silence. Following his skirmish, Min-kyu instructs Min-hee to close the senator case, indifferent to potential corporate backlash. His overt favoritism towards Bok-soon fuels Min-hee's animosity further. Scheming, she approaches Hee-sung to complete Bok-soon's undone assignment. He swiftly concurs, enticed by the prospect of elevation to Class A status and the funds for his father's medical care. Mid-flight, Min-kyu is swept into a reverie of his initial encounter with Bok-soon. During a hit job, he was startled by an early arriving Bok-soon, who, undeterred by his murderous intent on her abusive father, expedited the deed herself. Captivated by her audacity and swift decision-making, Min-kyu mentored her into becoming an assassin. Later, Bok-soon and Jeon finally engage in a candid conversation. Jeon divulges the truth. Hyo-woo blackmailed her with a compromising photo of her and So-ra, coercing her into a relationship to shield their secret. Complicating matters, So-ra beseeched Jeon to acquiesce for the preservation of her own reputation. Distraught by So-ra's indifference, Jeon retaliated by assaulting Hyo-woo using scissors. Bok-soon grapples with the revelation of her daughter's orientation, suggesting it might be mere confusion, an insinuation that wounds Jeon, leading her to highlight that even her mother has secrets. Their discourse is disrupted by Yeong-ji's arrival. Mistaking this for a threat, Bok-soon is relieved when Yeong-ji clarifies she was dismissed due to her attempt to vouch for Bok-soon's mission blunder. Driven by sympathy and guilt, Bok-soon takes Yeong-ji out for dinner at a bar, causing Jeon to lament once more about being second to her mother's work commitments. At the bar, fellow assassins greet Esom, commending his elevation to a rank, an indication that alarms Bok-soon. Concurrently, Min-kyu aggressively interrogates Min-hee for completing the senator's mission. Min-hee's attempt to placate him with a kiss is rebuffed, with Min-kyu persistently championing Bok-soon. As Bok-soon learns of the senator's son's death from a news broadcast, she discerns the underlying plot. While she's reprimanding Hee-sung, Min-hee interrupts via a call, proposing an open challenge to assassinate Bok-soon in exchange for a B-rank status. A violent combat ensues in which, to Bok-soon's astonishment, Yeong-ji aligns with her. They strategically counteract each adversary, leaving only Hee-sung, who before his demise beseeches Bok-soon to tend to his ailing father. Post-battle, Bok-soon contacts the cleanup team and inquires about Yeong-ji's allegiance, to which she admits her primary goal was mere survival, believing Bok-soon stood a better chance of victory. Jae-young's call, seeking her mother's return, is abruptly terminated when an enraged Min-kyu appears, accosting Bok-soon for her rule violations. Keen to shield Jeon from the commotion, Min-kyu smashes the phone. Yeong-ji intervenes, revealing Min-hee's machinations. Min-kyu presents an ultimatum. Bok-soon must renew her contract for his protection. Weighing her odds, she begrudgingly agrees. After her exit, Min-kyu requests Yeong-ji's discretion about their encounter. Back home, an anxious Jeon admonishes Bok-soon for her unresponsiveness. Jeon discloses that So-ra has ended their relationship and is now refuting her own sexuality. Bok-soon expresses remorse for her prior insensitive response and assures Jeon of her unconditional acceptance. Amid this, Bok-soon becomes emotional, leading Jeon to deduce her mother's distressing day. As they commiserate over their shared hardships, Jeon admits discovering a firearm and a counterfeit passport in Bok-soon's belongings, leading her to speculate her mother's association with the CIA. Bok-soon, yearning for intimacy with her daughter, doesn't refute the assumption. The subsequent day, corporate leaders convene to deliberate on the demise of their operatives, suspecting Min-kyu's complicity. Min-kyu justifies Bok-soon's self-defensive actions and proposes a financial settlement. However, some leaders remain skeptical, urging him to resolve the matter as per their traditional norms, even presenting him with a weapon for the deed. Contrarily, Min-kyu eliminates one executive, reinforcing his authority and introducing a new regulation prohibiting the brandishing of arms during such assemblies. Simultaneously, Bok-soon heads to the office for her contract signing, only to be met by Min-hee, who reveals Yeong-ji's murder at Min-kyu's hands the previous night. Enraged, Bok-soon retaliates by killing Min-hee with a writing instrument, leaving it as a forewarning to Min-kyu of their impending duel. That evening, Bok-soon savors a heartfelt dinner with Jeon, even permitting her to bypass her veggies, hoping to leave a cherished memory should she not return. Shortly after, upon reaching the office, Bok-soon is greeted by Min-kyu's gunfire as the elevator doors slide open. Recognizing his lack of genuine intent, she remains still. Min-kyu then invites her for a drink, professing he has envisioned their skirmish and foresees her defeat. As Bok-soon mentally rehearses countless strategies to overpower him, each ending in her demise, she discerns Min-kyu's vulnerability, his unrequited love for her. Exposing this truth aloud, she capitalizes on his momentary distraction, defeating him with a samurai blade. In his final moments, Min-kyu admits sending Jeon a device, enabling her to witness their confrontation via surveillance footage. Distraught, Bok-soon hastens home, fearing her daughter's potential revulsion. To her relief, Jeon appears to be sleeping peacefully. However, upon awakening, Jeon lauds her mother's relentless efforts for the family's welfare, leaving Bok-soon grappling with guilt and uncertainty about what her daughter truly knows. After a while, news surfaces that the senator, who had orchestrated the murder of his own son, met his end in his automobile from carbon monoxide inhalation, suggesting Bok-soon's hand in the incident. Despite Jeon's official ousting from school, she decides to visit one last time to bid farewell to her peers. She offers So-ra a firm handshake, leaning in to murmur a dilemma she had, whether to publicly plant a kiss on her or to eliminate her altogether. Subsequently, she locks eyes with Kyo-hwan, subtly grazing her throat with her fingers, silently warning him of the danger she presents. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy to hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. It would be best if you watched the whole movie. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.